And I'm here now with Jody Jackson. So Jody, we'll jump right into it. The Arizona Cardinals, four straight losses. Jacoby Brissett plays quarterback this past weekend, filling in for Kyler Murray. Looks pretty good. What are your just sort of general takeaways after this game against the Colts?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's disappointing to lose four straight games. And I think it just highlights when you go up against a team like the Colts, which, they're a team that's rolling. They're probably, some consider them a top five team in the NFL. Certainly their record shows that.
Mhm.
I think the only loss for them being the Rams, and generally they've looked really, really good. So it was a tough task. I think it puts the glaring spotlight on, again, losing that game to the Titans, maybe coming up with the win at the end against the Seahawks, all of those things. And but what I liked was Jacoby Brissett bringing the passing game to life, igniting the downfield passing game. We just saw more belief in the fact that that can all happen. And I felt good for the receivers. I felt good for Drew Petzing to see that part of the game work because for many times with Kyler Murray over the years, that part has looked hard. And we've all walked away saying, why does it look so hard to put together drives and it's because I think it is hard sometimes for Kyler Murray. He has a different skill set. He is electric at times with the ball in his hands. He can certainly make those throws. It's just that, for reasons we've all discussed many, many times, he doesn't do it as much as we saw Jacoby Brissett do it. And it's not the fact that he hasn't had games like that. Kyler has had some games like that, but we just haven't seen that lately. We certainly haven't really seen it this year. So I liked that. I liked the fact that those receivers were involved. Still a running game. They're really banged up. They don't have James Conner. They don't have Trey Benson. They do have the O line back together, but I just think they're missing the explosiveness or even a consistent run game.
Looking, at the schedule now, obviously year three, Gannon and Austin Fort, people expected, a bigger season, a more successful season. It's looking more and more like that's not going to be the case. But what is sort of, do you think, a reasonable expectation going forward throughout the rest of the way? They could have five wins by now, but they only have two.
Yeah, it really hurts. That's where you really look at it and say, again, in the business of wins and losses, those close ones really hurt. And I think they proved a lot to themselves, though, in the Colts game. I
Yeah.
think that they proved that they can hang with a really good team. I think we do know that they can hang. It's just can they finish? So that makes this Packers game huge. A must win if we want to, really make it a lot of drama. Why do I say that? Well, it's a home game. And I know there are going to be a lot of Packers fans there, but when you say home game, you mean, no travel, all the things that make you comfortable and in theory, and, coming back and maybe redeeming yourself after that Titans game in front of the home crowd, that had to be, I wasn't at that game, but had to be excruciating to watch that kind of slip away.
Jody, thank you so much for taking the time today. I appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, Jordan. Have a great week.
Thank you. We'll be back after this timeout.